I just wanted to give you a quick update of the swale in the front yard permaculture garden here at Elko Farms. The swale we've stopped filling because it's been a crazy hot summer and it's kind of just getting cost prohibitive, but all the mound has got lots of water still. I'll just show you what's going on. So if you take a look in here, there's like these beans forming up. We got lots of tomatoes. We got, oh yeah, down there you can see there's a pepper, green pepper. I'll take you back a little further here. Lots of tomatoes, as you may be able to see down there and through here. In here we got muskmelon. So pull that back, you can see a nice little cantaloupe or muskmelon forming up. There's cobs of corn. I'm just going to step in gently and show you that these cobs of corn over here. That's all looking pretty good. Lots of cherry tomatoes. Oops, I'll just refocus here and zoom in if I can. There you go. Looking all pretty good. Oh yeah, we got okra. Oops, zooming out. There you go. We got okra here. That's this one. We got these cool, I don't know if they're patty pan squash or what they are, but these cool white ones with a funny shape. Looking pretty good. And it's a lot of similar things all throughout, but you can just see the density of all the tomatoes. We didn't trellis them, we didn't prune them, but they're sprawling all over the mounds and looking really good. We have a few other things, like there's this small mulberry tree that hopefully will survive. There's like these Jerusalem artichokes, so that may have been a sunflower. Not 100% sure on that one. But as you can see, yeah, the swale's pretty dry, but then all the frogs have joined up to this deeper area. So you can just see how many there is. If I can focus for you. So there's 3 there, and a couple more here. There's 3 more there, or 4. There's one on the bank. And basically, it's you can see them all the way around. You can probably spot them as I slow pan the camera. And so this is just a bit of a deeper area where they're going to hide out, hopefully until the rains come. And everything's looking pretty good. And I'll just quickly run you to the other side as I zoom out here. So in case you weren't aware, this is the downhill slope. As water comes across the hillside and collects, it collects into this ditch and then into that small pond. We got high clay, so we can hold the water pretty well. And then the overflow would come across here and flood across this plain, or this terrace, I guess you'd say. And then it soaks into the secondary swale that we've got going on, which actually joins to this culvert from the deep pond, which is not even close to full. It's just starting to have a little bit of water. Anyway, these squash are all looking pretty good, as you can see here. They're all forming up nicely. We got Jerusalem artichokes here. This is an edible root that you can eat. It's they call it a sunchoke, because it's part of a sunflower family, not really an artichoke. We got a bit of animal damage here. I'm not sure what's been picking at that. That's a shame, but we have another one over here that's looking good. So we don't mind sharing a little with nature in the permaculture garden. I'll bring you a little bit in here to show you the nice clusters of cherry tomatoes. They're looking really tasty. We come along here. This one's getting a little buried by mulch, but you can see there's a bit of a pepper forming up. Oh, here's a better example. Here's like 3 smaller peppers here and a bigger one there. Lots of cherry tomatoes throughout. I'll pan you back to this side real quick. There's a few weeds in there that we could probably pull, but lots of squash, lots of chard, lots of tomatoes, lots of corn. And I'll just oh, here's a interesting little butterfly sitting in the soil here. Just getting a little bit of drink, it looks like. We have the damp soil. And just take you along this edge of the swale, see if I can find you anything new. Here's a bit another melon, more tomatoes, more corn, more peppers, more chard. Oh, I think these are, like, here's some nice beets forming up. Very nice. What else can I show you? This is looking really great. So as I may have mentioned, like this is the first year, so we actually missed all the spring rains. I did top it up with some water in the swale, but next season, hopefully it'll all have the snow melt. It'll have the spring rains, and we don't have to add any more water from then on, hopefully. So here's some nice radishes. They've all gone to seed. So we're going to save the seed from those. We can cross this little thing. It used to be this is my bridge, but there's no water in the swale currently. So we're just going to walk right through it. There's lots of beans here sprawling all around. Not sure if they've put on many bean pods yet. I don't really see any, but lots of flowers. And lots of sunflowers over there, which is looking cool. I'll give you a close-up in a second. I'm just going to walk right through over here, or at least give you a peek over the hill. So this is the secondary swale and mound, or the Permaculture mound. And then a secondary terrace, and then there's another pond down there. So I'll bring you to. I'm going to walk around because this is a lot more overgrown than the last time. See these cool fuchsia flowers in the beans. Quite lovely. So yeah, lots of squash, lots of similar stuff. I'll get you a couple of shots of the better things in a moment, like this sunflower. Looking pretty lovely. So it's kind of like more of an ornamental type. No, well, I mean, it's probably has a good seed also, but it's kind of a prettier color, maybe. So we got lots of kale here that was broadcast in the beginning of the season. It's looking really good now. We got broccoli here for my seed. We got eggplants. So a lot of this stuff is just sown throughout. And so it's not going to be as big, and there's not nearly as much water, especially in this dry season. So a lot of these plants will be smaller, but they're still here, you know. So I'm not sure if this is chard or a beet, but they're coming up all over the place. I got a bit of a cabbage moth. I'll show you. They're eating. That's the one eating all these holes here. Or it might have been their caterpillars, but they're laying eggs that are chewing it down. Oh, here's a nice little cilantro. Or coriander right next to it. Here's a pea shoot. So we threw all kinds of stuff out here, like here's eggplants. Oh, here's some nice beans. So even though they're small, they're still producing out here in the flats. So here's some lettuce, some romaine, and some green leaf lettuces coming up. So even in this hard clay, very little assistance. They're all making do. They're all coming up. So pretty impressive, I'd say. So there's lots of different things all throughout I could show you, but I'll just take you quickly along this edge because this video is getting pretty long. This is, what do they call these things? Tomatillos, I believe. They have this interesting, like, lantern type fruit, if I can find some here. So they grow into this funny little lantern pod, and then the fruit will grow inside of that, kind of like a gooseberry. And if I can see anything else that's a bit different, I will bring you to it. I believe this one, I think this one's bok choy, but I'm not 100% sure on that one. I got comfrey in here, and lots more squash and corn. A few things in lamb's quarters. Here's a nice little dense cluster of beans. As you can see, there's quite a few in there, all smashed together. And then this is the pond that I've dug. Oh, another nice cilantro plant. That one's looking better. These flowers are morning glories. They look pretty lovely, although they're not edible, I don't believe. And this is like a lamb's quarters. It's gone to seed. So some people say it's a weed, but it's also very edible, very healthy. There's a patch of lemon balm down here. So this is the sub pump that we've been sort of using. As you can see, there's a lot of frogs down there too. I'll just zoom you in. Let's see if I can focus for you. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Keep going. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. You get the idea. 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. See, I'm looking through the viewfinder, so I'm probably missing a bunch, but anyway, you get the idea. Oh yeah, I'm looking right in the middle there. A couple on the sticks. And then this one just sort of free floating there with his legs sprawled out. Oh, there he goes. Anywho, I've been using Owl's sub pump, and we've been using this 2-inch hose and just plug it in and pumping from the lower area. And these are some willow branches we threw in, which have rebooted themselves and start to come back to life. Which is also we'll be replanting eventually, and everything's looking pretty good. So anyway, I was saying I pump from down there, and I pump it up to the upper swales, and then it soaks through all this, and eventually finds its way back down. And eventually this will overflow once it's full, and it'll exit down that way and off property. And that'll be the lowest point in the land. And here's Joy sitting out, enjoying some pond watching. And hopefully she doesn't hunt my frogs, which sometimes she does. But anyways, I show you a few other plants here. Looking pretty good. I'm not sure what that one is, so I guess I'll skip that one. Lots of corn, like I said. Lots of repeats, but it's becoming quite abundant. If you just take a look underneath, just how much fruit's coming through. It's pretty encouraging. And I'll just give you one final sweep. So basically there's, oh yeah, here's the culvert. So that comes out from all the hillside up here, fills this pond, it fills up, overflows, fills this pond, this whole swale network, which goes off this direction as well. So they got the one growing mound here, one growing mound here that sweeps around, the flat, the pond, the terrace here, the secondary swale that goes here, and the mound that adjoins it, that we grow on. So anywho, this is the update at Elko, and I believe it's August. It's like mid-August. I'll zoom in over there. Just to give you an update on what's going on. Greenhouse is still not done, but we're working at it. Getting things all tied up. I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching.